Hey everybody, so we're back with another Legacy League with Rug Delver, and today what I'm going to try is, well, I cut the taiga in the basic island, which are interesting. I think I detailed the upsides of taiga in my previous video, but this time I'm just going to try all islands. Hopefully they'll improve the mulligans, and then I'm playing Fiery Islet as the extra land. So there's still more red sources than green in the deck. And in this way, like if you fetch, if you like fetch Tropical Island turn one, well, you still have two Tropical Islands and a basic island in the basic island version as potential non-red sources to draw. In this way, if you start on Tropical Island, well, there's only two Tropical Islands left in the deck as non-red sources to draw, not counting Wasteland, of course. So we're going to try this. And then the other thing that I am doing is I am playing 12 cantrips. We're playing 4 Preordains. I guess the third Hooting Mandrills slot is a little dicey. I tried a league with Brazen Borrower there as a third Hooting Mandrills. And I guess I just didn't love it. I didn't know what to do with the sideboard space either. I tried a second Veil of Summer, but one Veil of Summer is plenty. That's what I'm finding. So I'm trying a fourth Preordain. The other considerations would maybe be like the fourth Oko. That seems like it might be a little bit crazy. And then, well, I kind of think the fourth Force of Negation might actually be what I want. It's like a $90 card though. Like 85 ticks is what it's running right now. And man, Force of Negation is kind of a lackluster card in a bunch of situations. So I'm gonna try the 4 Preordains, and we'll see what happens. All right, we'll be back. So for round 1, we're gonna be on the play. And this is a fine hand. I just don't want to get my Volcanic Island like Wastelanded turn 1, and I've got a whole bunch more fetches. Can't really afford to draw more lands, though the Chain Lightning is nice. That should be fine. I gave, some thought to dazing there, but that would set us pretty far back without much going on. It's the old Wasteland victory. Well, it will be if I survive one more turn. Without my opponent doing anything. Makes me kind of wish I had basic island for this tempo mirror. There's definitely situations where I had to mulligan because of that taiga, though. Just have to watch my other video for evidence. Alright, well, Oko will certainly win the game from here. well, I want to bring in the Brazen Borrowers. I was considering going down to 3 Dreadhordes in these tempo mirrors. Dreadhorde's pretty good, though. Maybe just cut a Force of Will? Maybe I'll just cut an Oko. Alright, we'll try this. There are some nice things going on with this hand. The opponent doesn't shuffle. Start on Delver of Secrets. Alright, what are we getting here? A Delver from my opponent. Red Elemental Blast for us. Okay. So I'll start with an attack. So I could jam Dreadhorde into who knows what from my opponent. I could play Red Elemental Blast on their Delver. I think I like just jamming Dreadhorde Arcanist. I guess I could play around Daze though. But I also have Oko next turn, and I think that maximizing your mana is usually the way to go. And slowing down just kind of leaves you open to Wasteland typically. And also the opponent, well, Dreadhorde dies to Bolt, of course. So it just gives the opponent more time. I guess I didn't even consider that they might be playing Stifle. Alright, well, they'll get this submerged then. I guess I'll Daze back. Unfortunately, I'm lacking in cantrips here. Okay. Well, that's works out fine because I don't even have a cantrip. The opponent's down to 1 card. Well, there was the cantrip. So I think I'm just gonna Bolt Delver. And I guess I'm gonna proceed with playing this Preordain. I was thinking about holding up Red Elemental Blast for Oko, but we can just blast it on our turn if we want. And then here, what I want to do... Oh, Pyroblast is their last card. We already know that. So I think the plan is going to be to jam Oko with Force back up here to deal with their Pyroblast. Seems pretty straightforward. Alright, what's this other card that they have? Looks like it's a real dud of some kind. But our position from here seems pretty good. Well, a little less good now, but we have plenty of things to buy time with, so... Well, pretty much only Red Elemental Blast from my opponent does anything. So let's hope they don't draw that. We still have a 3/3 if they do, though. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take it. It is not a Red Elemental Blast. I'm just gonna get this done. Well, he needs to attack anyway. All right. I don't. It seems like it'd be pretty hard to lose from this point. I'm just gonna use this bolt now. So I'm using my mana here. Okay. Well, that was a fine round one for the mirror. All right, round two, we're on the play. Well, I think I have to keep the hand, like with a bunch of forces, a Delver, and some bolts. So we'll fetch Volcanic Island. Play Delver of Secrets. Alright. Well, the Snow Island would suggest that it's probably some kind of control. And our hand is not super equipped for that kind of thing right now. But I think the control matchup is quite favorable. So it's good news for games 2 and 3. But maybe it's Delver. Or maybe something else. And a Brainstorm. Well, that line of play suggests to me that it is combo. Most decks wouldn't just want to play a Brainstorm with nothing going on like that. Like no other land. Okay, well that Preordain's a nice draw. And I think these cards are okay. The third force is a little questionable. But if it's Thoughtseize, if it is combo and they're trying to Thoughtseize me out, or I could draw another blue card off that Fiery Islet. In both those situations, Force of Will is good. If it is actually control, though, after all, the Force of Will is a little unfortunate, but it really doesn't seem like they're playing control at this point. So I think I'm going to keep. And I think I actually want to draw the Force of Will first, in case they do manage to play a Thoughtseize on their turn. And the Fiery Islet also means they're dead in 2 turns here, if Delver gets to connect twice with 2 bolts. I probably will Chain Lightning them on my turn. Well, maybe not, because I might want to pop Fiery Islet. Let's see. All right. So they're going down to 8. So if they somehow manage to play Peer through the Abyss, if I play Chain Lightning first, I mean, they'd be in bolt range. I mean, what are the chances they play Peer through the Abyss, though? I think I just have to take my shot with drawing a card with Fiery Islet. And maybe they forgot. I think when they thought Seize Me, they saw the 2 bolts. I guess a consideration would be that if he thought Seize Me again, he would be dead. I didn't think about that. But if they have Duress, though, that wouldn't matter. I guess just being able to pop the Fiery Islet's fine. I guess I'm just gonna have to let this go. You could just have a bunch of Lotus Petals and stuff. Okay. Well, this is gonna be easy peasy then. Alright, regular old Ant. I haven't played against that in some time. So these decks tend to play Carpet of Flowers. So, I mean, he probably plays Empty the Warrens. How much do I want to game plan around that? Maybe I do it like this. I can board out a cantrip. Daze was a little bit questionable on the draw. So is Wasteland, though. I mean, also Surgical's not a bad card in this matchup for this style build. I mean, I could just board out all the bolts. I have this backwards. Alright, hang on. 63. We'll try this. So this hand is A little slow, obviously. He probably has like a turn 1 Thoughtseize, a turn 1 Cantrip. I mean, this does have my turn 2 Dreadhorde Arcanist, but doesn't have any Force of Wills, and that's definitely the pride of the matchup. Don't really want to mulligan though, and just get like go down to 6 cards, get my 1 Force of Will Thoughtseized. I think I'll just try it here, and if my opponent has a great draw, then so be it. It's looking good so far. Empty the Warrens. Okay. So it's probably worth playing Delver and blocking 1, because I can get a Dreadhorde out, and then I take 6. Yeah, I think that has to be the line. Because we got a bunch of blockers here. Duress. Alright, well, he'll get to take Preordain or Red Elemental Blast. Daze, maybe. I don't want to show my opponent the Volcanic Island, but I do want to keep my life total high. Brazen Borrower. So I think I do need to hold up some blockers here. It'll be unfortunate if he manages to like Abrupt Decay a Dreadhorde. Doesn't seem like he's about to though. So what's he gonna do here? Okay. Alright, I'm going to 1. I'm going to 3. Yeah, these are good. So I think I just have to attack with one and bolt a goblin. Or I could just leave them both back on defense. Probably best just to get his goblins off the board, because I have Brazen Borrower to also answer a goblin. I guess I sort of lose to Abrupt Decay here. Well, I guess I would survive. I'd bounce one turn and just sleep up a blocker. Bounce one with Brazen Borrower next turn. So hopefully this isn't Abrupt Decay. Thoughtseize. Alright. So is he going to send me to 2? He's not. Okay. And I think I will attack with 1. Well, Daze is not bad. It's not that good either, though. It's not really what I want to find. I think I'll have to put that on bottom and this on top. I wonder if my opponent's playing Carpet of Flowers at all. I guess I'll have to hope they aren't. I wonder what he wants to get here. Tendrils of Agony? He must have. Okay. You know, I was fetching with my mana like I had Hooting Mandrills still in my deck, which I definitely do not. So now I feel foolish about that. There's very little chance that I don't just play Null Rod, right? So, I guess I'll attack with the Dreadhordes and flashback this Preordain and see what it shows me. Okay. Well, I'm sure that he got his Tendrils of Agony, and so what I want to be able to do is like Force of Negation plus then and Daze another copy. I think I'm just gonna Force of Negation this. What I'd really like to find is Veil of Summer. Definitely like forcing any Dark Rituals that my opponent plays. Alright, what are we getting here? I guess I'm gonna force just about anything that he does here. He or she does. Or whoever they identify. Okay. Alright, well, my execution, I think, could have been a lot better in that game. Alright, game 3. Alright, so for match 3, we'll be on the draw. And this is keepable. Once upon a time, not what you really want to see with a hand like this. But I have an answer for that Reclaimer. And a land is a nice draw. Oh, here we go. Alright, well if nothing too catastrophic happens in this turn, should be in good shape. Glimmer Post. Alright, well Force of Will is nice. I think I can probably just afford to put back Daze. Probably don't really want to Daze next turn. We'd like to get Oko into play. I definitely don't want to double Daze. Well, I kind of wish I had preordained, but I didn't know. It was hard to judge what I wanted to do there. I'm not sure what criteria to judge which cantrip you should cast as the last one in the turn. I guess I was hoping to find Wasteland though, and that's why I played Ponder. But I'll have to shuffle this. Well, it's pretty hard not to Daze this. Which is unfortunate. I wish I had my Delver. Candelabra doesn't do too much as of yet, and it can make it into an elk. So that's my logic there. Ugh. Just can't find any threats here. Well, I saw a Delver. Alright, well, at least I have no shortage of lands. Yeah, I'll force an expedition map. So, Null Rod and Return to Nature, good heavens, out of the board are going to be pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to make his Candelabra into anything. I mean, he just doesn't have anything going on there, so I feel like it has to be right to make a food. But man, my hand sure is garbage. A green Sun Zenith for 1. So he's going to get that Reclaimer. Alright, well, Brainstorm's pretty good. Show me some love. Alright, I'm down with these cards. The Reclaimer must be elked. rotation. Okay. TitanPost. So we can get 2 mana out of this TitanPost this turn. Can't imagine him doing anything too good with that. Oh, here we go. That is certainly good news for us. And now I don't even need to... Well... I don't know if I should Elk his Candelabra. I'll have to think about this on my turn. I like that he did not attack my Oko. That seems like good news. Alright, so let's play Ponder. So I can bolt his Reclaimer, and then flashback Brainstorm with Dreadhorde, and then make his Candelabra an Elk. And it's tapped, so it can't even block. So I think that's what I want to be doing here. Maybe I could have gained control of it. I guess I might have put my opponent on a quicker clock. But then I'm not elking their Candelabra. That's probably a good draw. So I will just do the switcheroo this time. Just looking for Force of Will here. Well, these probably have to be good enough, eh? Oops. My opponent will need to do something pretty darn dramatic next turn. I do have 2 bolts, yeah, in the grave here, so we're showing quite a bit of damage. I guess he does get 3 from the food. Okay, so he's got... Well, he can cast Prime Time, though. Alright. So a Preordain and a Daze. Daze not that great on the draw. Preordain just a card I can trim. I don't think Brazen Borrower is super exciting. And I don't think Klothys would do anything. And so what's the other card to cut? I'm thinking probably Daze. That's not what I wanted to do. All right. Well, I didn't cut the Daze Preordains, but that's fine. We'll just roll it like this. I really want to bolt. Yeah, I guess these cards don't do it. Is he gonna crop rotation? Did he really keep like a one lander? Okay. Bolt off the top. Wow. Yeah, let the record show, I'm definitely not good at Magic the Gathering. I just have Jand Rug Delver so many times. I think my deck list is good, but I definitely am not good at Magic. Holy smokes. Pithing Needle. So you want to name here, Oko or Wasteland? Oh, there's the Pithing Needle naming Oko. Okay. Well, if my opponent doesn't have too much else going on, we'll be in okay shape. But if they have something pretty good here, we'll be in trouble. Thespian stage is alright, I suppose. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna Brainstorm. Oko, not doing much. I can probably afford to put back Bolt also. I think I really just want more forces here, so I'm just gonna ponder. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna Brainstorm because I want to set up Delver. And I've got a whole bunch of cantrips. That worked out pretty well. Alright, so we'll add to the clock here. Okay, so my opponent's about to get Prime on us, and that's fine. A Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I probably have to force this. Pretty darn sure it's a Brainstorm I put on top. A Veil of Summer. That's not really what I want to see, but I think I have to force it anyway. Daze would counter as Primeval Titan, but these other cards are pretty bad. Hmm. Alright, well I'm just gonna force his Primeval Titan and just go to the dome with bolts. That's my plan here. I guess he gets like 2 more turns here, unless. Oh, okay, never mind. Right. I was worried he was getting 1 more turn after this. But yeah, hopefully this is a brick here. A Glacial Chasm. Okay. So that's gonna keep him around for a little bit here. That's interesting. I guess I'll just keep the Wasteland a secret. But the good news is that it's going to be easier to Daze a Primeval Titan. So he's paying some life. Cloud Post. Certainly good for my opponent. Well, what I'd like to draw is a Return to Nature. Come on. Well, my opponent needs to pay 4 life here. Okay, well that doesn't do anything. Yup. So they have to let Glacial Chasm go here. Oh, they can just copy it. I see. Expedition map. Well, that's probably good for our opponent. Oh, well, there's not too much I could draw here anyway. I guess Return to Natures would be nice. It's going to pay 2. Excavator. Yeah, I don't see how it's gonna happen then without... Yeah, he can just get Emrakul. I don't know what I can draw. I guess I could draw Return to Nature. So that'll get his... So I can kill the Oko Pithing Needle. Alright, because it's just... So he has to let his Glacial Chasm go. Yeah, so I've got to return the Oko Pithing Needle to nature. Got to make this guy into an elk. Alright, and he can't like fetch an Eldrazi end of turn. So he has to let the Glacial Chasm is going to be gone. Okay. So he's got like 9, 10, 12, so he can pay 7, but that's not going to get him Ulamog or anything. Another Thespian stage. Well, that is going to be a bunch of mana. Right. So he's going to have, like, what's this going to get here? Can he somehow cast Ulamog? 8? Oh, yeah, he can. Damn. Damn. Well, I could still draw a lightning bolt. That would be nice. Or something, you know, that isn't named with Pithing Needle. That would be sweet. Ugh. Yeah, and next turn he can definitely just win. I'm sure he can just get something. So that stinks. Alright. I guess I'll make him play it and make sure you get to 15. Alright, our 13. Well, that was irritating. Alright. You definitely got me on that Veil of Summer turn. Alright, so what do I want to do here? So Brazen Borrower could do stuff by bouncing Pithing Needle in a clutch moment. And it has flying to get over Eldrazi and stuff. Alright. And I didn't actually sideboard anything out last time. It's pretty wretched. I mean, Oko is pretty easy for him to name with Pithing Needle. Maybe I can afford to trim an Oko. And maybe I can make do with just one Brazen Borrower, I suppose. I mean, I could really mitigate the effectiveness of his Pithing Needles by having no Okos. That is a prime answer to a bunch of the things that he does. But I kind of just want to get in under the things he might be trying to. I mean, this might be okay. Maybe Null Rod isn't that great. And I'll just do this. Alright. Well, this hand isn't going to do it. Alright, that's better. Alright, here we go. Man, this hand really, those cards don't really get us anywhere, unfortunately. Alright. So he wants to play his Elvish Reclaimer around Daze. That works for me. Hopefully he doesn't play Pithing Needle right here. Okay, Daze is a great draw. You can either, cast it or pitch it. And now I've got Oko on the table. I'd have to expect that my opponent doesn't have a lot of sweet Cloudpost lands. And they need like 2 Pithing Needles. Expedition map. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Do I want to just force this? Actually, I don't think I do. He probably has Veil. Alright, what land does he want to get here? Tabernacle. Well, I'm just going to Daze that then. Or waste it, I mean. And then I can Daze a crop rotation. I don't hate this. Because I can make Delver into an Elk. And now I can hard cast Force of Negation and then maybe Daze a Veil. Elizabeth. Green Sun Zenith for 1. So that has got to be a something I can Lightning Bolt. I think I actually am just going to bolt it on my turn. That way, if he has like a crop rotation, I can make it into an elk. I guess it'd be pretty unlikely you'd crop rotation it, but yeah. I guess Dreadhorde isn't all that exciting. No, I guess it does work against Maze of Ith because I get to flashback. Alright. I mean, I could go through some hoops and jam. I could put back Return to Nature and Force. And jam Dreadhorde this turn. I think that's actually the play. Because it seems like maybe he has Veil of Summer anyway. Alright, so we can do 12 damage next turn. Well, 9 damage, for sure. So, this is his big turn, and he's got to play through Daze. Technically 10 damage. Okay, so that's a good one. Alright, please be something. Alright, that's not nothing. Force of Negation. So, I'm going to attack. Presumably he's going to maze a food. So he's going to take 4. Alright, I think these are probably okay, unfortunately. I really wish that Force of Negation was Force of Will. But he's pretty far from casting a creature that matters anyway. We need to stop like crop rotation. So we'll attack. And, I mean, I could put him at 1. Alright, well, he's almost done. So I just gotta survive until next turn with what I've got here. Alright, here we go. What can my opponent do here? With 4 mana right now. It's up to 5. Candelabra. So he can tap his Cloud Post for 2, pay 1 to untap it, and get to 4. And then he has 6 mana for like prime time maybe. I think I just have to let it go. A Reclamation Sage. Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't stop me from just double bolting my opponent. Okay, well that's a baffling play, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why he wouldn't at least take out one of my foods. Maybe he's gonna crop rotate here, but we've got... I don't know. I guess he can Candelabra and do some stuff. Okay. Thank Christ. Okay. Alright. We'll be back for round 4. Okay. So for round 4, we're gonna be on the draw here. And this hand is certainly keepable. Urberg. So presumably it's a depths opponent, but certainly other things that it could be as well. I really want to find Dreadhorde here, so I'm going to play Ponder. And a Dreadhorde's what I find, so that's exciting. Seems pretty unlikely that I wouldn't be able to survive. Well, I've got a yeah, I think I want to draw the Force of Negation. I mean, what could my opponent play next turn? Like a Vampire Hexmage. I guess I do have Force and Daze in hand. Alright. Alright, let's see what my opponent can string together here. I don't know. That was I probably should just gone with a Force of Negation. I'm not sure. Well, they definitely play things you want to Lightning Bolt, like Dark Confidant. I'll just have to live with the decision. So we'll play Dreadhorde. Alright, well I don't have any interaction for that, but maybe I can find Oko here. Show me Oko. Okay. Yeah, there's like no way I can get it now, because I needed a land. I believe. Well, there's the Oko, but I don't have a Simian Spirit Guide or other some such. Alright. The good news is I think that this is a pretty favorable matchup. So that's definitely what I want to bring in. And what do I want to board out? Probably just going to do that on the draw. They play like Mox Diamond and stuff, and Spirit Guides. So I think that's fine. Alright. I don't love Surgical Extraction in this matchup. Alright, I think I can keep. I mean, it's got Wasteland. That's the best card. I foolishly boarded like I was on the draw there, boarding out my Dazes. Ugh. Man, lots of good cards here. I think this is going to be fine. Like Oko, Preordain, that can get me a red source. Return to Nature does things, all manner of thing. So I'm gonna stick with this. So I need something in hand to pitch to Force, and that thing should probably be Preordain. I probably don't need Return to Nature right away. And I guess if he plays like a discard spell, I guess I'll take the chance that I end up pitching my Oko to Force of Negation. So he'll take Oko here. And then I can just play Wasteland and play Preordain. Maybe he's thinking about taking Dreadhorde. That would be pretty awesome if he did. Okay. Force of Will and Return to Nature. Yeah, now I'm in a pretty awkward spot. Maybe I should have shuffled my original Ponder. Or kept Oko hidden, I guess. I guess I didn't think hard enough about what would happen if he actually had a discard spell. I was worried about what I wanted to pitch to Force of Negation. But now we have, like, no game plan. We do have Wasteland, though, so that's something. So what do I want to do here? I kind of just want to bottom. I don't think I can keep Return to Nature where it doesn't do anything here. It's kind of a tough draw, but what are you going to do? But I can hold up Wasteland and Force of Negation next turn. If at any point I get this Dreadhorde up and running. Okay, well, he can have my Force of Negation. And that's going to let me play Hooting Mandrills on my turn. Alright, that's a good draw. So it's a little unfortunate to remove all my cantrips, but I don't think I have a choice here. I have to leave Wasteland up. And at least I'll be beating my opponent down with this 4/4, and I can always draw more cantrips. He doesn't have too much of the answers Mandrills too well. Like, Pithing Needle's like the only thing that can really do it for my opponent here. So let's hope he doesn't have that. Okay, Force, not a bad draw here. Playing Dreadhorde doesn't do too much here, and I kind of want to keep Force of Negation up. But having Dreadhorde in play is a lot better, but I don't have anything to do with it, really. Although it does accelerate the clock. Oh, I can play Dreadhorde. Ugh. Well, if I could play Dreadhorde and hold up Force of Will, but Force of Negation, but it involves not tapping. I think I just have to ride out with what I've got here. I would have to like tap one of my Wastelands to play it, and he's already got the Hex Mage and a Thespian Stage in play. What I really want to draw here is Brazen Borrower. Okay. See, now this is why I held up Force of Negation. So, I don't know. He's probably got like a Veil here, but... Okay. Another Thespian Stage. I could hold up Force of Will, but I think I'm going to play Dreadhorde. This is really, like, makes Lightning Bolts a win. Okay. It's fine. What have we got here? Man, if I can just survive, like, one more turn. It really has to be 2. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're going to be okay then. Okay, so I'm just going to play Dreadhorde here. and hold up Forest and a couple Wastelands. Okay, we're getting a game 3. That's exciting. Alright, and I'm already sideboarded for being, you know, on the draw, so that's nice. Yeah, I think I'm all set with where this is. Return to Nature might be a dud. But typically these decks do play Pithing Needle. I don't know why you wouldn't. It seems crazily good. It could conceivably play Life from the Loam. It's a nice thing about the Dreadhorde Arcanist build that it draws cards, and if you do draw a dud, well, you could never afford to draw a dud in you know, the old Canadian Threshold version of the deck. Well, you couldn't afford to draw very many duds, and each dud that you did draw was a big deal. Okay, well, I mean, obviously it's a nice hand with Brazen Borrower. Well, I would say that Brazen Borrower is likely not long for this world. So what I'd like to draw is a blue card. A cantrip would be ideal. Wow. That really seems terrible. I can't imagine what happened there. Because I just, like, if he takes Brazen Borrower, well, I mean, I could have kept Force of Will and not played the Delver. I don't know, like, Brazen Borrower already, like, answers his combo. So, I don't know, maybe he's got, like, Veil of Summer, and he's gonna shoot off his combo with Veil of Summer to protect it. I guess that's the play he wanted to protect. And I would have forced it, but this is fine still. We're still in a great position, so that's good. He's got 3 cards in hand. I'm going to have Dreadhorde Arcanist in play. The only thing we're missing here is a cantrip. And he's doesn't have Thespian Stage, or Dark Depths, or Vampire Hexmage in play. Wow, that's a great draw. Okay. So, attack. And Insectile Aberration is a blocker for a turn for Dark Depths, of course. So, our position is very exciting. All right. So I'll go ahead and play this Ponder. I guess I won't try to represent like I have Veil of Summer. Thoughtseize. I think that's okay. He's going to be at such a low life total here. So, I mean, he can take my Brazen Borrower, but he's almost dead. In fact, he will be dead next turn if he takes Brazen Borrower. Unless he can gain life somehow. Wonder what land he's going to get here. Dark Depths, okay. Well, now I can just kill him, right? Alright, so for round 5 we'll be on the play, and that is where I like to be. And this hand seems great. Just missing like a free counter spell, but there's no way I can mulligan this. Okay. Yeah, so we'll start on a turn 1 Delver of Secrets. We'll see if our opponent's playing Belcher or not. Are they going to force? That would be sick. He's probably counting his Belcher mana. Okay. It doesn't look like we're about to get turn 1. Another Dreadhorde probably isn't bad. Well, if they're dazing, that certainly seems like a good sign. If he wastelands me, we can cantrip for more lands. And if he does anything else, we'll just jam Dreadhorde again. So like a land or an instant or sorcery is what I'm looking for. Can they answer this Dreadhorde? Well, I don't mind my opponent being stuck at 1 mana. But we gotta turn the corner here and get something going. But I just need to brainstorm into a little bit of action. And I should get the opportunity to do that here. I think I really would like to hit a land off Ponder, so I think I have to Ponder. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to try not to be disappointed about not hitting a land. We missed our chance to pull ahead there. That's too bad. But we do have plenty of answers to the things that my opponent might like to do. It's hard to imagine them being able to force through a Tarmogoyf here. Well, we just take a Force of Will. But, well, hopefully they're on a Dreadhorde Arcanist plan, and we can just bolt their Dreadhordes. I'm gonna get Wastelanded here. I pretty much have to Brainstorm, unfortunately. And try to hit that land. I'm just gonna be too far behind. Okay, well that is good news. So what do I want to do here? It's probably best just to advance my board. And I'll just play Brainstorm. Or, I mean, put back Brainstorm and Bolt and play Delver. Alright, that Brainstorm was huge. Now that Wasteland from my opponent isn't so great. Definitely not my favorite Wasteland art. Alright, do they have Tarmogoyf? They sure do. And they've got another Daze and our Force of Will. That's pretty tough. Alright. I don't want them to play Tarmogoyfs or Bolts. I think I just have to hope they don't have more Tarmogoyfs. If I can just draw like a Hooting Mandrills of my own, I think my position's not too bad. This isn't the guy I played earlier, was it? No. Alright. Well, not much. We're probably not going to be able to do it from here. Uh, the best plan probably involves getting Oko. I guess Dreadhorde would do it. So there's still some outs here. Alright, well, there's a Dreadhorde. So we just need my opponent to brick a little bit. Is it yet another Daze that my opponent has? I don't know, there's a bunch of things. Or Bolt. It's probably like an Oko or something that's in their hand. A Vapor Snag. Sure. Yeah, I could block with Dreadhorde. I guess I'll just do it. I don't know. Maybe my opponent will forget to attack. So obviously the hybrid version of like Rug Delver with the Tarmogoyfs, it's definitely better in the mirror. Um, but I think that just the 4 Dreadhorde version performs ridiculously well in every other situation. So I can play Hooting Mandrills here. But he's got a creature in his graveyard, right? Yeah. And I'm sure he has a sorcery? Yeah. And then there's just nothing I can do. So I guess I just have to shuffle. And we'll concede. Yeah, so I mean, you do lose an edge in the mirror. I did play the mirror twice today. I don't know, I'm not gonna worry about that now. Alright, so. Cut Force of Negation for Red Elemental Blast. Cut some cantrips for Brazen Borrower. See, Dreadhorde just isn't that great in this matchup, and so I wonder... It just dies so easily, but it can certainly destroy Goyf. I think that this is just what I want to do, unless I just want to maybe cut Force of Will for Preordain, but forcing their Tarmogoyfs is pretty big game. And Klothys, I just don't think is really good enough, unfortunately. Oko just wins games. It just has such a stronger board presence, and is more worth the risk of tapping out for 3 mana, despite eating it to red blasts. The percentage points in the non-Rug Delver match, just from playing the 4 Dreadhorde version, is just so incredible. We did win a mirror today. We'll just try to win this mirror. Also. Alright, so I'm going to have to keep... Man, so wretched. But let's play. You have to play Ponder turn 1. I think Hooting Mandrills is worth keeping. Ugh. In the big game, well, pretty big game. I mean, Fiery Island is not Tega. Although it could have been Basic Island, I suppose. So next turn, we'll play Delver. We'll play Ponder. Might play Ponder first, actually. I guess he's not too likely. I mean, if he dazed it. I guess I'm jamming 2 Delvers then. I'm going to try to visualize these Delvers slipping, but not get upset if they don't flip on my turn. My opponent's in the tank over there. I mean, if he doesn't have red blasts or bolts, I feel like he's got a ponder for him. Here we go. Alright, they're going to do nothing. Is he going to submerge here? Is that what's going on? It's not really a huge deal if he does. Ooh. Is he going to submerge now? Just, even if he does, I just play Delver again, play Ponder. Doesn't seem like a huge deal. Though I guess Daze is still on top, eh? I guess playing Ponder though does get things in the graveyard for my Hooting Mandrills. Well, that's really irritating. I think I have to roll with it though. So we'll leave Daze on top. Flip these Delvers, and then we're just gonna have to pop Fiery Islet. Yeah, I just don't have very much going on here. I mean, Submerge is obviously a powerful sideboard card. Well, it didn't do too much here. But I've really slashed my chances in the Rug Mirror, I guess, with my current build. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna flip Delver to flip Delver with Daze, and then I can pop the Fiery Islet, and then I can play Volcanic Island, and then I can play Hooting Mandrills with mana up to pay for a Daze. And so hopefully that's good. And then we'll be drawing not Volcanic Islands after that, hopefully. Well, there won't be any more Volcanic Islands to draw. So that is something. I wish I could just get to game 3 to my opponent where they're using so much clock here. Alright, so we're not going to get Hooting Mandrills if we play them. The good news is I don't have to discard all my, or exile all my Ponders to Hooting Mandrills. Maybe I can Daze something here? Nope. Alright, well, at least Force of Will, could do something. Does he have like Oko plus Red Blast? Klothys. Yeah, I guess I gotta force it, yeah. Alright. And Dreadhorde for my opponent. Well, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like I had a bunch of good cards at the start of the game. And I don't know, I guess the Submerge was good. I mean, Delver hands are good, but if your opponent easily answers them, then they're not so good. So my best bet here is to just Brainstorm one more time and find a green source. Okay. Um, and then maybe we can make something happen from there. So he's got a creature enchantment. He doesn't have any land, so I guess I have to exile those. Beyond that, I don't think it really matters. Alright, what do you want to do here? Oh, he's just got Vapor Snag, of course. So then I take 5, and then a Bolt does it. But I can Brazen Borrower. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm gonna think about this in the post-mortem. Okay. So I mean, I didn't really play great today. Uh, though the overall power level of the deck definitely saw me through a bunch of matchups. My luck really ran out in match 5. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the Delver Mirror. I mean, it seems like I don't know. I guess just all my threats died. A lightning bolt. I guess I don't know. I don't really like playing Vapor Snag. I don't know. Maybe I should give the hybrid versions more consideration. But Dreadhorde just seems like the best card against control. Although we didn't really play against control today, I believe. Well, the lack of main deck island scarcely mattered. I don't know. I guess I don't have too much more to add here. I'm gonna have to ruminate on this more. And like I played the third Hooting Mandrills originally because I thought that card, would be reasonable in the mirror. Uh, the Vapor Snag and Submerge, maybe those are cards I need to figure out how to be playing. It seems like Depths is a big player. I really wanted to not lose to Depths. So I guess my deck was successful in that way. The Brazen Borrowers are clutch. But Vapor Snag I guess would do a lot of that. So I don't know. Maybe I need to reevaluate Brazen Borrower in the sideboard. But you just can't really stick a Dreadhorde Arcanist in the mirror. At least I can't. My opponent sure did. I don't know. I'm gonna be watching the video of this and thinking about it. Um, all right. Well, yeah. Well, once again, yeah. I'm sorry for the poor technical play tonight, folks. I guess I'm just a little tired. Uh, but it's a 4-1 deck is still pretty darn powerful. Oh, that sure was a lackluster mirror in round 5. And, well, I got destroyed. Yeah, and so we played Rogue twice. Depths combo. Sorry, Depths, Eldrazi Tron, and yeah, Storm combo. And so we won one Rugmir and lost the other. I guess that's to be expected. So I guess I shouldn't be too upset. But I mean, obviously, this build isn't really designed to crush the mirror. It's kind of designed to crush everything else. But I guess there's not that much control in the metagame. But, you know, we did play, like, Dreadhorde Arcanist, I think is better than Tarmogoyf against Depths, Post, although it's a little bit closer there, but man, they don't really have answers for Dreadhorde, so man, Dreadhorde's pretty darn good. And combo. So 3 matchups where we really wanted the Dreadhordes, and then the Rug Mirror, and we won one and lost one. So I guess I should try to maintain my perspective. I mean, my Rug opponent in round 2, I think there really had no chance. But you know, I guess Brazen Borrower maybe isn't that great. I don't know. So maybe I need to rework that. But it seemed like it seemed good enough in the mirror, and also like it crushed the Depths matchup. But I guess I got to think about it. All right, well that's all for tonight, folks. Thank you.